everybody. It is Mia with Chalk with Mia. I am here tonight for actually a pretty quick project. I was in the process of doing it and I was like, oh my gosh, I should just go live and do this so that you guys can see, because I am taking an old chalk couture board that I had done Squeeze the Day on a long time ago. Gosh, 6 months to a year maybe. And I'm cleaning it off and I'm going to put something new. So I kind of want you guys to see, I've cleaned a lot of it off because I didn't want you guys to sit here while I did most of it. So I want to show you guys, I got it down to a point where you won't have to sit here for too long, although it didn't take me that long to do this. But let's see here. Oopsie. Sorry guys. Okay. Let me get myself straight. Okay, so, I'm going to put myself up at the top. There we go. All right. If you guys are here, please say hi. If you have never been on my channel before and you are new to seeing what chalk couture is all about, please say hi and, comment I'm new or something. That way I can see you. Hey Barb, how are you? I hope you're doing okay. Your pictures seem to say that you are. I know, and you said last time you said you were doing pretty good. All right, so this is what I have left to clean off of this board. Let me show this to you guys. So this had a bunch of leaves and flowers and lemons, and then it had a big saying in the middle that said Squeeze the Day. And the reason I didn't fully clean it off is because I wanted you guys to see, not just hear the words, but physically see, hey Janet, how are you? Physically see how easy it is to clean our boards. And look at this. So I'm doing this with my hand. Well, it's a little wet, so I'm lying. But I'm doing this with my thumb, and it's not smearing, okay? But as soon as I put something wet on there, it starts to pull it off. And what I'm using is a disinfectant wipe. I'm going to show you, for those people who don't like disinfectant wipes, what you can do. This is just a paper towel. And this is our misting bottle, okay? And I'm just going to get it wet with some water. And that also works. And it comes right off. Now the cool thing is I did this, it's been sitting in a room. I did this 6 months to a year ago, you guys. And this board is going to be like new in just a moment. Almost like I had never put anything on it. Now, I don't have a whole lot of what we call ghosting going on. Hi, other Janet. I don't have a whole lot of ghosting going on here, but if we did, I could use what we call our board eraser. And it's really just Chalk Couture's version of the magic eraser. And it is magic. It is pretty freaking awesome. But it really helps get rid of that ghosting. And that ghosting is like, if you guys have ever written on a chalkboard and then you go to erase it, but you still see the faintness of the chalk, or if you've ever used chalk markers and you go to erase them, but you still see a little faint inkling of what was written there before, that is called ghosting. And we can have that with some of our chalk paste, because some of it is pretty darn, I mean, the pigments are pretty strong. And so, it can happen. It can happen. So if that does, you just use one of our magic erasers. They come in packs of 2, like $4 or $5 maybe, if that. And they're awesome. I can't remember how much they are, but they're not overly expensive and they last quite a while. I'm just going to see my hand. I'm just trying to see all that wetness. It didn't look wet, but I don't want to lay my transfer down on a wet surface. So I just have this on very cool. It's not very hot. I don't want to heat up this chalkboard surface because it will melt. If it gets too hot, it can melt my transfer. Okay guys, so this is a fun one. And again, I am very much into my black and white movement, as I had told you guys, right? Like I'm just having black and white. Let me make sure the bracket's on the right side. Very much like just black and white. I'm loving black and white. So I'm thinking that's what I'm going to do with this transfer, is just do it in white, and that way that'll be kind of fun. I think very basic, but it works. The other thing I could do is add like a silver glitter to it, but I don't want to go crazy. So I'm just going to do it in white, and it's going to be a quick and easy project. And how fun is this as a gift to somebody who loves Christmas or who has children and loves this story and reads this story to them? This is the night before Christmas, and all through the house not a creature was stirring, not even a mouse. The stockings were hung by the chimney with care, in hopes that St. Nicholas soon would be there. I just love that so much. Okay, so we are going to try. This is a pretty big transfer. I'm trying to center this. Okay, let me see if I do that. Let me get my tape measure. I think I'm a little crooked though. Let's see here. We are about 3 inches. Oh, actually, daggone, I did pretty darn good. I can't believe it. It looks crooked to me though when I do. It's looking like it was a little crooked. Okay, and then maybe, let's see if we can straighten it up. Although I'm going to tell you, I have no depth perception. I'm just letting this fall. And so for me to say something is crooked, pretty big statement, because I think maybe the green, this is cut crooked. I think that's what it is. Now, I have seen people do this in like green, red, white. Nope, I am not causing that much stress on myself tonight. And I am doing this. This is one of our boutique boards, I think they're called. I'm doing this way. It would also fit lengthwise, but I think I like it like this. And maybe what I might do is take some of these little snowflakes. I might try to find some of my snowflakes and put them around the sides just a little bit. Okay, you guys. Are we ready? Ready, Freddy. Okay. So again, if you guys are here, please say hello. Hello, hello, hello. If you're new to Chalk Couture or new seeing me or whatever, let me know and say hi. That way I can respond to any questions you have, welcome you to the party, because most of the time it is a party, let me tell you. Most of the time, because I'm halfway like out of my mind, only because I've worked all day and then I come home and I have a very, very loving and understanding family who lets me take a little bit of time to craft, to kind of just decompress. And, you know, once dinner's over and homework is done for my son, then I get to decompress a little bit. Okay, so for those of you who are new, this is our chalk paste. So this is everything that I just cleaned off of this board. I had it in a bunch of different colors. I'm just using my white with this one. And make it super, super simple. All right, so for this one, I am incorporating our 4-inch squeegee, okay? This is our squeegee. Let me just do this. I've just taken the handle off of it. You can do that by simply popping the little lever on the back here. That will open and close it so you can clean it. But I like using it, I don't even know if I'll need the handle. But what I'm gonna do is use this as a spreader to spread out all the air bubbles. So when you have a transfer, large or small, you want to drag your squeegee. And it can be a small squeegee, just the large ones do really well with these size transfers. And you're trying to get all of the air bubbles out of it, because one of the great things about our company is, and our products, is this is a screen mesh. So you don't have to dot like you would a typical stencil. And the way that it works best is if you get all of those air bubbles out, because if an air bubble is under there, your paste is just going to splatter, right? Because it's got to go somewhere when you press it down. If you can get those air bubbles out, that means that you're going to have a nice clean transfer from your paste onto your surface through that screen mesh. So for this, because I'm going to do all the same color, I am just putting big old blobs of white paste on my transfer. And I don't really care how much I put on here because I am going to take all that excess and put it right back in this container. So I'm not really wasting anything. It's not like a paint or anything else where I feel like, oh gosh, you know, don't use too much because I don't want it to be wasted. So I'm going to take all that excess and put it right back in. But for now, we are going to drag that paste over all the areas. Now, when you're doing this too, you guys can see there's drag lines that are happening. I'm going to want to go back over and get rid of those because what you see on top of the transfer is pretty darn likely what you're going to see underneath when we pull it up. And you don't want drag lines. So I'm going to go back, and now we're going to take all that excess and put it right back in the container, okay? Now, the other trick behind our product is it is chalk based, okay? Which means that once the air gets to it, it loves to dry it out because it's got a chalk, you know, a chalk consistency to it. And it's got chalk in it. So you definitely, oops, my little squeegee here is being buried. You definitely want to try to work somewhat quickly. I'm going to throw that one in the water. I just threw that in the water container because we can reuse all of our squeegees. You can reuse our transfers. All right, guys, are we ready? And that's the other great thing is if I make this and I don't really like it and I wish I had used colors, I can do that. Oops, I missed a few little spots here. Why didn't you guys tell me? Pull those up. And where I've run off the edges a little bit, we're going to clean it, just like we cleaned up the previous paste. Okay, when you do this, you want to pull, you can start in the corner to get it going, but you want to pull straight across. You don't want to pull on a bias because you may stretch your screen mesh. Oops, we missed a little spot there. I can see actually exactly where that happened. Let's see if we fix that. Yep. Oh my gosh, you guys. How incredibly awesome. Okay, so now I'm going to let this sit in a tub of water. I'm just going to go swimming for a little bit. It's going to cool off. So that's really cool. Okay, so now what I want to do is I want to fill in this space just a little bit on the sides because it looks too blocky to me, right? It looks like there was just too much design in that. And probably because the board one size smaller would be better, maybe, for this. This just happens to, I didn't happen to have that size. And this, everything I had was either too small or too big. It was kind of like the Three Little Bears. So I went with this and we're going to make it work. All right, so let me get my little design book out so I can find some snowflakes, and we're just going to add some snowflakes all the way around. All right, I don't think you guys can see it, but my tea right here has a little bit of a smudge, tiny, tiny, tiny little bit. So I am going to just take my disinfectant wipe and run it across, and it's gone. My little mistake is never known. Okay, guys, so let's set the blow dryer to this like we did before. And we're gonna get, I got it on cool. So even though it's on high, I do have it on cool air. Okay. So I have a book full of just design elements. Let me find that book. I have all my books labeled. And believe me, it took me weeks and weeks to do that. Okay, let's find some snowflakes so that we can add them to the side, because I think that would be a nice little addition. And then this is done, you guys. I mean, how incredibly quick and easy was this? So easy. All right, so we are looking, I have dots. Dots would be good. You could do that like it's snowflakes, but I want like, I think I have some that are actual snowflakes. And if I don't have them in my design book, I probably have them in addition to a transfer. You know, a lot of our transfers come with these extra little adornments that, oh, here we go. Oh, these are big though. I was thinking little. All right, let's see here. I've got quite a few. There's other ones in there too, but I'm thinking, okay, so we have this background, and what I could do actually, because then I've got all of these too, but I think these are going to be too big. This one might not be. Hold on, let's see. I've got that one. Maybe I will do these. Do the little bit bigger ones. What do you guys think? This one or like these? Oh, here's a small one. Oh, maybe I'll do that one. That one's kind of in between all of those, which is nice. Okay, and then we've got these. I mean, we've got so many snowflakes. So cute. So, so cute. And I'm going to show you, you can use our transfers over and over and over again. So like I said, I've got that other one sitting in water. So that way, the reason I set it in water is so that the paste doesn't sit there inside of that screen mesh and get, and clog it. You can always clean it, but if it dries too much, it just, you don't want to be fighting with your transfer. So as long as it's not sitting in the water for too long, I would not let it sit overnight by any means. And in fact, anything longer than 30 minutes, I probably wouldn't let it sit. For some reason, that the water will deactivate the sticky on the back. And you don't want that. Believe me, I've done that mistake where I have literally, thanks Barb, where I have literally gone upstairs to let my son, put my son down to sleep. And then I forget to come down and clean my transfers, and they sit overnight, and then it's just so sad. I can use them again. It's not that I can't use them, but they just don't stick as well as they used to. I know you guys can't see this corner because of my big fat head, but I'm going to show you. I'm going to work my way down here so you guys can see it here in a second. Now, I'm going to use this over and over again without cleaning it. You could probably get 5 or 6 uses out of it if you're lucky before you have to clean it. But cleaning it is super easy. It's just a disinfectant wipe or water and a paper towel. One of the two. And really you're just trying to get the old paste off so that the screen mesh can be cleared, basically. Yes, and I'm being very methodical about these snowflakes. There's kind of a pattern happening here. But I think it just kind of helps fill in that space a little bit. I don't know about you guys, or it might end up making it look too much. I don't know. We'll decide at the end. The really cool thing is we can just erase them if we don't like them. Not too hard to do that. Oh my gosh, you guys, I've gotten a lot out of this one. This is a great transfer. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 snowflakes so far. I'm going to keep on going too. Somebody move that paste over to the other side for me. 8. So this will be number 9. So you put the paste on and you get all the squeegee, all the excess off. And actually I'm just using the excess to do the very next transfer. Oops. I went over the edge there. And I guess I could put some little mini ones in between. Some of these I have almost as if they're running off the side of the board, which I do like that when I'm doing designs. I don't like it to be perfect usually, although I seem to be very pattern oriented with these right now. I can't believe how many uses I'm getting out of this one little stinking transfer. Yes, that's my DNA going right on that board. I'll clean it with the disinfectant wipe here soon. All right. Oh my gosh, you guys. I can't tell if it's too much or just absolutely stinking adorable. I'm going to put that in its... Okay, guys, so let me see if I can show you guys that. Let me get my head out of the way. Okay, so we do have some little spaces on the top and bottom, but I'm thinking I'm going to keep it the way it is. What do you guys think? Is it too much? Should I have done the snowflakes in a different color? Or this in a different color and done more of a, I don't know, what do you guys think? Or I could have just done dots. Dots, 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 dots. So I'll show you guys, you don't always have to use our tools, but I'm going to use this glue stick and see how this goes. I'm going to put some paste on the end of the glue stick because it's perfectly round. Oh. That stuck a little too much. Let's see here. I don't know. Doesn't look too bad like that, huh? Okay, let's see. Let's keep going. And see, like I said, it's such an easy fix if I don't want these on here because it's paste. And I like that they're not perfect as far as full in. I'm using more paste than I would in just a typical project doing this because I can't control, but and we do have a dots transfer. I'm just choosing to do it this way. That is a lot. I don't know, guys. You're gonna have to vote for me because my judgment is skewed. I mean, it's a lot of white. I'll take a picture of it, and you guys can then vote. Okay, I think I'm done. Take my disinfectant wipe, clean off the back of my glue stick here. All right, we're going to throw my squeegee in the water. It's going to go for a bath, my stir stick in the water. All right, we're going to close up my paste because whenever you're not using it, you want to close it so that it doesn't dry out too much. Again, we just add a spritz of water to it and it's fine, but it helps the longevity of your paste if you can not have to do that. I'm just cleaning up the areas where I went a little overboard earlier. Okay, you guys, that's pretty much it. What a fun board. I am going to take a photo of it and you guys can vote whether or not you like it or not. I'm thinking I like it. It is a lot. It's quite busy, but I like it. I think I love that the thing is just kind of in between all these snowflakes and snowdrops. So anyways, that was Mia, or this is Mia. That was Mia too doing the project a couple minutes ago. But this has been Mia with Chalk with Mia. In under 30 minutes, we have revamped an old project into a new one for the holidays, from spring to holidays, and we're good to go. All right, everybody, I hope you have a wonderful evening, and I'll see you soon. Bye.